Hey guys, it's Scompy here. Just wanted to give you a little insight into my world. Alright, so over here, I want to show you there's a water meter kind of thing here in the snow. Feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere, like you're in a benign environment, right? Well, there's a street here, running along here. And what they like to do in certain parts of the country is, because there are no power lines visible, there could be power lines in the ground. What do you think? So I want to do a little demonstration. Got my tri-field here. So right now up here at my body, right, I'm getting, I don't know if you can see this, getting about 2 milligauss. And it goes a little higher, right? And I've noticed this. So, out by my mailbox, what do you suspect near the street? What I might be getting? Well, here, it's just going up to about 5 milligauss. But yeah, what happens if I pull this down to the ground? That's up to about 7 milligauss. What if I pull it over here? And put it on the ground. It's at 5. So one thing to keep in mind is where things are buried, where transformers are at. Okay, here we go. Now I'm getting even closer to the street, and it's pegging in at about 12 milligauss right there. But of course, if I bring it up all the way up to here, we're back down to 4. And that's like a square root fall off, right? From wherever that source underneath is. So I'm going to try to identify it with us. It's falling, it's kind of keeping about, well, it's going up higher here. All right, here we go. I'm up to 25 milligauss right near the street. And I'll back it up so you can see where my tri-field is. So you can tell I'm picking up where the lines are going from underneath different homes in the street. Who knows where the transformers are located, but I would suspect there's a transformer buried somewhere over here. Let's see if I can locate it, see if I can get up to past 50 milligauss. So it's actually falling as I go onto the street down to 4. Right here it's really high, 30. Okay, I'm at 20. Here we go. Almost up to 50, right into here. I don't want to stand in this field too long, but here we go. That's 40 milligauss. So as you would suspect, there's something buried in the ground right there. And in knowing this, right, I'm not gonna have my kid playing right out near this area and just standing here for periods of time. He's lower to the ground. He could be in a 30-40 milligauss field because he's, you know, his whole body, right, is lower and closer to the ground. So this is the dilemma. Like, at least if you have your wires up high out of the way and you have your transformers up on poles, you can see them, you know what's going on. This, I think, is a worse situation because it looks benign, but it's not, right? So, just wanted to show this to you guys. I'm going to turn it, before I go, I'm going to turn it to electric. And I get no electric off of it, which is very interesting. But I get, you know, that's 25 there. 25 milligauss. So it falls off, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to walk back about 10 feet over here and then put it on the ground. Okay, it's down on the ground. It's down to 2 milligauss. So it's probably picking up some background stuff, right? So yeah, all around this area is all kosher, right? It's not too bad. If I walk over to here, put it on the ground again, it's just pegging at 2 milligauss. I'm going to go actually just set it on the water meter. Should be kind of fun. See what I get. On the water meter, I'm at 5 milligauss, and I was right over there where it was at 25 to 50 range. So, just fun little experiment. It's good to know what you're getting, because imagine if I'm grounding right here. I just decide, oh, I'm just gonna go grounding, everything looks great. That's why I'm a little hesitant to know about my areas I like to ground in. I do know that there is a kind of a transform meter down here, and I would suspect right along this road here, I might have some higher. Yeah, I'm getting like 4 instead of 2, almost 5 milligauss. So I'm just gonna come all the way down here. And I know this green box, it's an electrical box, is sitting off the corner here somewhere. It was snowing, so where is it? I know it exists. Oh, here it is. It's all the way down here. It's not on really anybody's property. It's this big green block. It definitely has got to be electrical. So standing up here, I'm in a 4 milligauss field as I approach it. It's getting a little higher. Actually, it's going down low. I hear it humming in there. I put it on the ground, and yeah, sure enough, I'm at 10, 12 milligauss off there. Same here, that's about 8 milligauss. So if this is some sort of transformer, yeah, down here, look at that, 15 milligauss. So the wire looks like it's running underneath here. I'll bet you if I just come this direction and put it on the ground, see if I can pull it. Yeah, okay, so as I go this way, I'm definitely picking up a wire. I'm at 10 milligauss, 7, 6. Okay, I go here. Okay, here we go. 10 again, almost 15 for a second. So you can see where it's going, and okay, here's that's where it's going. That's the little, I think this is like almost a transformer that's coming out of the ground so the electrical companies can know about it. So from that one all the way to this one, appears to be some sort of wire, which is interesting. The wires here, it looks like there's 10 milligauss right there. So as you can tell, I'm tracking between these two power points, just the underground wire through here, and the amount of field it gives off. Now, of course, I'm gonna come up close to this, and it should be interesting. I don't know what this is doing. I'm gonna turn it to electrical for a second, just to see if I'm getting any electrical EMFs off of it, and I'm not, which I like to see, because it means that things are well grounded, and you want to have things well grounded, right? By the way, I was putting my own camera close to this, and I'm measuring it right now just with my camera, and it can ping up toward 10 milligauss right on the edge of the DC off of the, well, actually I should say there is also an AC converter unit inside of cameras. So the AC I'm getting off of the camera. So I'm at 3 milligauss there. I get closer here, I'm up to 8 milligauss, 10 next to this unit. As I get closer, yeah, it's at 15, 20, right on it. And this is you know what? This is a telecommunications broadband unit. It's actually not what I thought it was. This unit, I am not quite sure what it is. But putting my meter up to it, yep, at the ground, it goes up to about 5. So, you know, just there's electricals running through it. They aren't really high. I was expecting maybe I'd be getting, I don't know, like past 100 milligauss on some of these, but really the square root fall off is a good deal. So knowing that it runs from there all the way down kind of along the street here, I would expect kind of in this area there to be, I'll intersect the wire. So let's see if I can find it. So yep, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 30, 20, so right in here, I'm at 25 milligauss. Oh, look at that. I have my tinnitus kicking in a little bit. It's also my internal gauge, which is a beautiful, beautiful side effect. Okay, that's it right at 20 milligauss. You know, in comparison, I have a UVB meter strung around my neck. That's what keeps bobbing in the way of the camera if you see it. So, as I'm walking away here, down my driveway, put this back down on the ground. Yeah, I'm back down to 2 again, just away from the square root fall off, about 10 feet back. So, far away from the homes, which is great. But guess what? In homes, I have measured, you know, just this last weekend, I measured a home that had a 90 milligauss field in the air through the entire hallway, all the way down to their kitchen. And it was all in the headspace. It was around 90 milligauss. You bring the meter from here down toward the ground, it was going down to about 40 milligauss, and that was before we hacked out the dimmer switches. After hacking out the dimmer switches, it dropped it from 90 down to about maybe 20 to 30 now in the headspace, and then down toward the ground, even down to like 4 under. There's something strange still going on there, or like really there should not be that kind of milligauss, just crazy amounts through the entire air. I'm talking a space, a volume that was about 35 feet long, 15 feet wide, and like 10 feet high. So it was crazy out of control. I'm suspecting because they live right next to a radio tower in that house, that they had a adobe house, and I know they had metal, they told me they had metal mesh in the walls. I mean, there's something going on where I think the metal mesh might be wrongly connected to their electrical system that's creating this like energy volume through their whole hallway. So it was a very weird thing, almost as if like a main field, when the lights are on, is jumping onto that metal mesh all through the walls and creating a field all through their ceiling, through their walls, everything else. Kind of the opposite effect. Like they have the Faraday cage that's back reflecting the RF, but then internally when they turn their electricals on, they're getting a massive field inside of like the Faraday cage, kind of an effect. So it's really perplexing. The electrician's never seen anything like it in his life. He was really surprised to see when we took out the dimmers, we got about a 4 times less EMF coming off of things. It was just really eye-opening to him. But I wanted to, just do this video to show you that where you least expect it, there could be EMFs hiding out from AC power supply systems. So I'm going over to the Narnia lamp, I've been calling it. This is at my house in my yard, and I love it because I'm getting under 2 milligauss right around it. Now, of course, it's not on, and testing this properly would be in the on state, the off state, seeing what's going on with it. Now, if I also take my meter and go up the pole and see what kind of milligauss I'm getting. Now, I'm measuring magnetic at the moment, getting nothing, but it's also good just to check the electrical while I'm at it. See if I'm getting any electrical offshoots here, and I'm not. So there you have it. I think we will end the video. I'm gonna sit down on this nice bench in the sun, get my UVB 5 or 6, wherever it's at. I will take this off my neck and end the video on measuring what I'm getting. So I will put it in this mode and just start measuring. That's 4 there. I'm in the shadow a little bit. Here we go. Now I'm actually directly in the sun. Yeah, we're getting a UVB 5, 125 milliwatts per square meter. That's good stuff right there. So we're getting toward the end of February at 3,500 feet elevation, And that's the beauty of altitude. That's it. It's called UVB light. Pretty strong light at the end of winter. Have a good one, guys. Bye.